Yes now, bless now, don't forget the rest now. Des, King of the Pit TV, signing in live and large. Bada bing, bada bum. You wanted a bit more death metal, you're gonna get a bit more death metal, alright? First ever listen, yeah, to Deicide's self-titled debut record. Just from finding a little bit of information on this record, perhaps this is a compilation of more demo-esque tunes they did, and then they compiled it and self-titled it and made it an LP. I'm sure the quality is good enough, don't get me wrong. 1990 this was put out, which is quite surprising because I assumed it might have been a late 80s band, but no. This band debuted with a full length in 1990. This one isn't for the God Squad. One of the more blasphemous bands I am aware of, this one. And to start off, this one is entitled Lunatic of God's Creation. Let's get it moving, people. Come on. Roadrunner Records. The vocals are very harsh, but not in like a brutal death metal sort of way. More just like you're really squeezing that throat and really adding that aggro to that vocal there without losing clarity. The lyrical content, I'm sure, here and there might actually be a little more audible than what we tend to get with death metal vocals. Sounds almost like there's an effect on one of them vocals. Let's listen back so you know what I'm on about. Is that a doubled up vocal? Cause that's the Satan right there. That vocal. Who's in the pit? Quick question, yeah? I'm naive when it comes to death metal. When did blast beats become more prevalent within the music? Because listening to some of this very early stuff, I mean, 90s isn't that early, but you know, your relative early death metal acts, it tends to be more thrash metal based than, you know, just the blasting noise we heard later on down the line. Where down the line it changed, I don't know. I want you to tell me when blast beats became a thing. Because this sounds a little outdated, right, as far as death metal goes. I want you to tell me where I'm going wrong and whether I'm looking in the wrong places, just through my awareness of death metal. Like, even when it comes to old school death metal revival acts, I don't hear them coming with this thrash metal-esque sound. But doubling up on these vocals a lot, which I think is really tasty. I think it's all Glenn Benton, the frontman, in it. It's not backing vocals are out. Am I wrong? There is darkness in his eyes, and you will see it before you die. Feel the knife of the Lord divine creation. was a thrash metal fan before I got into most styles of metal, and then whatever else I started to listen to from there, right? I listened to Death, their first record. I did a reaction video just before listening to this, Deicide. And am I wrong in just hearing so much Slayer worship within these riffs? Anything that's tremolo picked to this extent, with the consistency on the drums, I just always associate it with Slayer. But that's probably like an ignorant comment to make, because who influenced Slayer? And you know what? Allow it. Let's just listen to the bloody music, yeah? Babby's first death metal, yeah? That's got to be an effect. That's an effect, man. That's got to be an effect on some of them vocals. Because some of them are so intense and animalistic. Sounds like a lion. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Sacrificial Suicide. Des, King of the Pit TV. We're listening to Deicide's record, Deicide, self-titled. This one's entitled Sacrificial Suicide. I heard that the frontman of this band, Glenn Benton, who's like definitely during this period the most blasphemous person of all time. He had a inverted cross imprinted in his forehead, didn't he? Is it right he turned to God later on in life? Was he a born again Christian? Or was it a rumour? Was it a joke? This one's entitled Sacrificial Suicide. Let's go. Yeah, this sounds like something off a Hell Awaits.
Open up my holiness, Father, stay done, let me love not holiness. Suicide sacrifice, destruction of holy life, blood of unholy life, save the sacrifice. We all be the best, seven of 17, I'm the best. Stay done, suicide sacrifice, broken in the night, love is reality.
That was kind of punk. This vocal phrasing and performance alongside the tempo is kind of punk in my opinion. Alright, I got a question for the Deicide fans. How involved was he with the lyrical content and the, energy of the band? Because there's a lot of, I'm going to write songs about this. 80% of the time it's just to piss people off and sort of fit in. With that 20% being like, yeah, I kind of do like evil stuff. But how deep was this individual within actual Satanism? Because it's all it's all about it. It's all about it. It's all about it. And that's wild to me. That's wild. Yeah, that's a dark energy. I'll tell you what. Whether you're metalhead or not, don't go out of your way to invite that energy into your life, man. pure wank. Come on.
Suicide, sacrifice, lost of evil deep inside. It is the man, never lie, take away.
Yeah, I got a question. What are the more evil vocals, the low growls or the high? Just... Oh, I don't even know how to describe them shrieks. I can't choose because the lows sound demonic, whereas the highs, I mean, shrieking full stop generally across the board tends to sound a little more intense to me, in my opinion.
More life, demigod, Satan, commit the body to the ground. Father, Satan, all my peace when I'm gone. Suicide, sacrifice, destruction of holy life. Blood of my holy name, stand of sacrifice. Take me.
The sound engineer has just intensified so many like one-liners on this record, and so many just passing. You know what I mean? Right, this one's Oblivious to Evil. Let's keep it moving, people. There's King of the Pit TV, Oblivious to Evil. Let's go. Who's moshing? This is going to be my most ignorant series yet, because we're not only talking about death metal, traditional death metal, but with a religious context, with an anti-religious context. Dude, I don't even know where to start or where to speak on this stuff, mate. Come on. This is one of my favourite aspects of death metal. Just jamming out on the ring or in the central symbol in like a heavy metal fashion. I like that when it's introduced to like crossover punk and hardcore bands and stuff like that, because I always associate it with death metal.
Open the gates to the manifestation and grant me the powers of darkness. If I don't have the day, things that operate, things that devastate, it was done to me. At the start, the powers of death, it burns from the time. The realm of fate, anarchy, it's time of thinking time.
There seems to be a running theme with these earlier death metal bands that they'll just throw like a ridiculous, like atonal shred solo on a real fast, like pitting section. Proper get the push party going, really intensify the mosh. With thrash metal, they tend to solo in a more pleasant manner, right? But in this death metal vibe, it seems like they just stick to the fast bits and they just throw it on fucking heavy. Oh, pure guitar wank, mate. I bet guitarist thought it was the boss when he was laying this down in the studio. On a side note, it isn't pleasing to me, by the way. I thought that it was him going for a little Arias scream there. Oh. This is my favourite track in the record so far because of this section. Heard a little bit of the China at the end. There's not enough China going on in any band ever. They just throw it in like every once in a while, but that's one of my most favourite sounds. Dead by Dawn, 798,000 views, so this must be a good one, people. Right. Des, King of the Pit TV, this one's entitled Dead by Dawn. It will load when it wants to load up, my friends. We're listening to Deicide. I'm trying not to slip up too much because I'm living and learning when it comes to this death metal stuff. I've got like near to no references when it comes to this, especially the earlier it gets, 1990. I don't know who the hell influenced this band. All I know is Slayer. Like, that's all I can reference. Anything regarding that or external to that, I'm like, I don't even know. Regardless, I'm hoping for a couple more heavy metal riffs. Couple more rides on the bell. That'll please me a lot. This is Dead by Dawn. Let's go. First blast beats we had on the record. 4 tracks in. That's a headbanger, that. It's like death metal Muni Waste, this one. Verging on a little bit excessive than backing vocals. I don't know what effect they've thrown on them. Ever so demonic, coming straight from the underworld and vocals there. Oh, I like that little roll into that. Listen to that little roll going into there, that's pretty unique. Hey, who said Deicide didn't have any little sing-along sections? That literally sounded like it just should have been on another track. Yeah, last track called Crucifixation. I think I downloaded that for LimeWire back in the day, you know.
We are one, and they're ruling it day by dawn. Standing deviating them, this is not real. I am not the chosen one, trapped in a spell of the economic.
Cool. That was a good tune. That plenty of good riffs in there. Good riffs. The initial solo were tasty. We had 2 solos in there, I think. Was it the first introduction to the Blast? Yeah, the first real introduction, unless it bypassed me in an earlier track. Right, next we got I don't know how to pronounce this. Blaspherian. Blaspherer. Blaspherer. Let's keep it moving, people. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that crap. Let's keep it going. You see, there's 74,000 views. This is the least viewed one, more than likely because people don't know how to search for it. That was a good tune, though, that Dead by Dawn. That must have been a one-hit wonder, looking at over 700,000 views on that one in particular. Yeah, right. I know I take the piss from time to time, but generally speaking, I think this is a pretty cool band. I didn't think too much to all of the excess in the, you know, the uber satanic in the last track. I thought it was overplayed a little bit because I did like it initially, but I thought they rinsed it a bit in that one. Let's keep it moving anyway. There's King of the Pit TV. I don't know how to pronounce this one, so I'm just going to call it track 5 or 10. We're listening to Deicide, the 1990 record. Let's go. Come on. Come on. As far as death metal goes, in my opinion, and through my taste, I think he's got really cool, easy listening vocals. As ridiculous as that sounds, his vocal style and the way he sort of pronounces what he speaks and the amount of grit he sort of throws on that vocal technique, I like it. I think it's pretty good. I mean, this is death metal, isn't it? This is so frantic. Just frantic, heavy, intense, in your face. then them vocals come and sell the deal, don't they, really? Although, I will say, I've not picked up on the bass guitar whatsoever throughout this listening. So I don't know if the producer's done the bassist any justice or if it's just me not paying attention. I mean, it will play a part, but I can't even tell you if a bassist is in the mix right now. I ain't got the greatest headphones on, but they will just be playing the riffs alongside the guitars for the entirety of it, because I've not picked up anything different. But I can't actually hear the rumble of the bass. That's some great drumming. Let's go back. I like the rhythm of this. There's some mad weird timings in this song. I ain't giving enough props to the producer on this record. The production's clean, innit? The production's really nice. I was thinking about them getting picked up by a label, how long it would have taken them to do that. But if they were coming with a sound nearabouts like this, it's no doubt, is it really? Really quality stuff. Would a band like this get picked up in 2022 with a sound like this to a label? You know what? I would say yeah. I still think this quality holds up in this day. Right, let's keep it moving. We've got the self-titled, on the self-titled, by the band, coming up next. I didn't have too much to comment on regarding that last one, other than the timing situation. You know, I think they do what they do well, and they sort of stick to the foundation, really, don't they? There's King of the Pit TV. We're listening to Deicide. The album is Deicide, and this tune is called Deicide. Yeah, this is track 6 of 10. Let's go. Ooh, heavy metal.
Stand before myself.
Where does this band go from here? In the later records, how do they mature and what route do they take throughout their sound? Can somebody let me know or give me hints down in the comment section? Because this is a very full and whole sound, and aside from just replicating the same record over and over again, I'm really curious as to what improvements there are to make.
You will never live again.
I mean, assume they could just do the same stuff and just hopefully hit it lucky with a good riff every once in a while, but how do you develop this sound? Come on. Although the riffs are brilliant, I think the drummer is really the peak of the record. I mean, the vocals bring the character, but the drummer is the drummer's definitely being pushed by the producer, because the drums sound spot on this record. I really like the drums, or at least the sound of the drums.
Many birds on the Deicide, out of pain, bleeding death, all the visions that you put to rest, 3 days to rise, if he lives again he is to die. I kill Jesus, doesn't see him bleed out from stone. I am evil, on the Deicide and I kill the Lord. No more reasons, I will kill the world in another form. I rule this
That's what they said. One of the highlights of the band is the doubling up of the vocals, the ad-libbed vocals, and the variation. Although it's not the broadest spectrum of vocal performance, the slight adjustments to the vocal technique and the register it hits is quite pleasing at times.
but then, all the evil what I am, your destruction, reasons of a world of pain. I, disciple, you will never live again.
Let's keep it moving, people. Carnage in the Temple of the Damned coming up next, okay? I don't know if you can pick up the dog barking. That's next door neighbours. Gets a bit lonely when he's not in. Likes to sing a song. There's King of the Pit TV. This one's Carnage in the Temple of the Damned. You already know what we're doing. This is track 7 of 10. Let's keep it moving. Little sample here.
White alert! White alert! White alert! The mercenaries are here. Our patrols have spotted them in the jungle. Quick, drink the potion. They've come to kill us. Quick, drink the wine. Drink the wine. They'll be here with flamethrowers. Drink, drink. In a few seconds, you'll feel drowsy. You'll lie down and go to sleep. Sleep forever.
Anyone know where that sample's from? It's kind of mad that the producers, the mixing engineers, the composers, lyricists have been credited via Roadrunner Records, but there's no credit for where the sample comes from. Is that problematic? Let's be fair, this guy's got a god complex, but on the opposite side, hasn't he? This guy literally thinks he's the devil. He's been speaking from the perspective of the devil in the last two tunes.
You will never sin again. When we meet again, it will be the proper bad. That is the command to the victims of the bad and the devil of the damned. Drink the blood. Concentrate of death. Congregation.
Oh, it's kind of wild when you think about it, how they write these riffs in like the right key. Not too much dissonance going on with the riffing. Just keep it nice and simple to the point. And when the lead guitar comes in, that just gets thrown out of the window. And we just go on a chromatic bloody... I don't know. We hit the chromatic motorway, don't we, mate? How's Glenn rapping, man?
Death awaits you. To escape is to die. God, blessed be the Nazi fire.
That was Carnage in the Temple of the Damned by Satan and the Deicides. Let's keep it moving. I don't know how to pronounce this one either. Mephistopheles? 69,000 views. Yo, the only one that got around that ballpark was the other one, what was incredibly hard to spell or pronounce as well. There's King of the Pit TV. I'm not going to try to pronounce this title again. This is track 8 of 10. Let's keep it moving. We're listening to Deicide's self-titled full album. Come on. This is the reissued album, by the way. Some of these riffs might actually be a lot more technical and advanced than I have given note for throughout this listening. This one in particular. That bit, you hear that? What's that? Is Glenn playing an instrument at the same time as doing these vocals? Yo, so I asked at the beginning, if you've only just joined me now, is it true that Glenn Benton became a born-again Christian, or was it just like a funny joke? And if he did become a born-again Christian, or somewhere or else, is Glenn Benton going to hell? And if he did go to hell, would he be welcomed? Is Glenn Benton actually Satan? I hate it every time one of these solos comes in, people. I don't know if I'm losing my marbles then. I thought I heard a voice on the record. I think the guitar might ring the ever so gentle harmonic on every note in a while, but I'm hearing just something in the back of my ear which I assumed was someone next door or something. Cool. I'm not going to try and title that one, or speak the title of that one. This one's entitled Day of Darkness. Given the fact it's 2 minutes 6 and only has 38,000 views, this might be a interlude to Crucifixation. There's only one way to find out, and that's to keep it moving, innit, people? So, there's King of the Pit TV. This one's entitled Day of Darkness. If this is an interlude track, I will run it into Crucifixation. Let's finish the record. It's not. Why has this one got so little views? 38,000 views. I thought 2 minutes 6 blast of death metal would just be like a nice change to switch up. There's that China again. I've only heard that China like twice this whole record. Deicide heads, what do you think of this tune? It don't really stray off of the path much, does it? I mean, it's the same standard, it's just a bit shorter. I'm surprised people are searching this one up. Right, let's keep it moving. Crucifixation, people. Let's finalise this record. Des, King of the Pit TV. This one's Crucifixation. 67k views. Not that it matters. But I think back in the day I might have downloaded this tune off a LimeWire. Because the name rings a bell to me. Anyway, let's get in with it. Let's finalise this record. This has been Deicide by Deicide. That kick's really punchy, innit? Super punchy. Them vocals are hard. Them vocals are really hard. Yeah, there's a drinking game on one of the Slayer records, I think it was Hell Awaits, take a shot every time Satan gets referenced. They might as well be playing it with this, because this, bro, I've not heard Satan being said so much in one record in my entire life.
by the fruits of faith, sacrilegious fulfillment. You have chosen his righteous son, claim his cross and burn in one. Everlasting hell damnation from the Lord. To break the bonds of evil, to die upon the cross, to die of sin death.
Does anybody know why Glenn Benton and co dislike Christianity so much? Is there a reason behind it? Obviously we can talk about, you know, real reasons why we dislike religion and stuff, but in regards to these lot, is it for dramatic effect? Is it edgy? Was there a real deep hatred towards it where they had to create this project? I ask that respectfully, people. Let me know, let me know.
With my crucifix, I can die without.
Rah, rah. Alright, that was Deicide, the full record, the debut. After listening to that, I don't know if I'm going to bother checking out any further Deicide records unless you would recommend me to do so. Because I don't know where they would develop from there. I don't know what else there is to throw into the mix with this band, in all honesty. If you want me to talk in a little bit of depth and give this record a rating and so on and so forth, I do so. That link is in the description of this video. Okay, feel free to support me. But other than that, I'm signing out, people. One love. Have a good one. Rock on, brothers.